I'm giving these a really good shuffle for you, and I was gonna shuffle them off camera, but I was like, you know what, maybe if you're like me where you're just skeptical of everyone, you would appreciate watching me shuffle. So hi, I'm Natalie. I'm so happy that this message found you, because if it found you, it was with the intention that whatever you get out of this is meant to help you on this path, this, I'm always hearing the word maze, because I think for some of us it feels like we're in a maze that we have been trapped in, and every time we get to a point where we're like, okay, we're not hitting any hedges, like the end is near, then you're met with this wall and you're like, what the fuck was all of that for? Like, what was all of that progress I made if I'm now right back to where I started? And as frustrating as it is to feel that and to hear what I'm about to say, because I have had it said to me, and I know that when you're on the receiving end of it, sometimes it's one of those messages that you're like, I just want a bitch, I don't need a pep talk. But sometimes those obstacles happen for a reason. Sometimes it's honestly not about the ending, it's about the journey. And even when we get to a point where we are hit with this roadblock or this barrier, this force that we can't seem to get through or figure out why it's opposing us, it's like putting our energy into the wrong thing. Sometimes we get so stuck on that setback that we completely miss and completely forget all of the steps and all of the wonderful things and all of the lessons that we learned on our way there. And I think when we encounter those setbacks, it's almost kind of, at least for me, it's like the universe being like, all right, take a pause, sit with everything that has just transpired, and figure out if this journey is one that you still want to be on. Because I think sometimes we get so caught up in trying to get to the end or to this goal that we almost become like, it's like blinders on a horse. You become like tunnel visioned on something, and sometimes you're trying to get there and then you get there and you realize like, wait, this wasn't even for me. And sometimes the obstacle is one of those things that's almost like a course correct, like the universe, your higher self, your guides, whatever it is that you believe in, spirit, is almost like, all right, let's pause here. Is this something that you want to keep trying to get towards? Because if so, let's figure out another way to get there. Or sometimes it's just their way of being like, take a pause. Do you even care about getting to the end, or are you just enjoying the maze? So I don't know if that ramble resonated, but let's look up some cards here for you. I feel like I've been trapped in a maze for like the last year, and some days it feels like I'm no longer in the maze, and Ace of Wands. Sometimes I feel like I'm no longer in the maze, and then something happens and I'm like, oh no, I'm like deeper in it than I thought I was. But the Ace of Wands here, I mean, it's kind of going exactly with what I was just talking about. It's the beginning of something. It's this journey, and the wands are all about your passions. What lights you up? Like, what literally makes your spirit feel good? And I think sometimes we go through life not ever asking ourselves, like, what am I doing? What is the purpose of this? And I don't mean in the sense of like, what am I doing with my career? Like, where am I going next? It's like, what makes you fucking happy? Like, what lights you up inside? Like, figuring out what that is, feeling that spark, letting that spark ignite, and then doing something with it. And I think oftentimes we do things or we strive for things because we feel like it's what is, oh, get the fuck out. The Fool, like, yeah, listen, this fool does not care about what comes next. This fool does not care if she literally falls off a cliff. The fool does not care if she hits a roadblock. The fool does not care about what comes next. Like, this is where we're at. So if you are feeling like you need to take a leap, figure out, where is that coming from? Are you feeling like you need to take that leap because you're at a point where nothing else makes sense? Or are you at a point where you want to take a leap because you know that taking that leap will get you to the next space? So the Fool is one of those things where I almost feel like for you, this feeling is coming externally. I think you're feeling called to take the leap, whether that's from your angels, your guides, the universe. You're feeling that pull to just jump, to just walk, to keep on this trek. But I think a part of you is afraid of what might come out of it, or you wonder, like, is this something that I truly want, or is this just something that like is expected of me, or is the path that I'm meant to go on? And with the Princess of Swords here, like, you're in your head and you're trying to dissect everything that's going on in life in like every way that you can, almost as if like dissecting it like it's some experiment will suddenly give you this revelation of like, yes, this is happening because of this, or like, okay, I can see the cause of effect of this action. But sometimes like you can't rationalize things, especially things that have to do with your soul, things that you love, things that light you up, because love and light and passion is sometimes something that doesn't make sense. I mean, we've all been in situations before where we loved someone or something that we shouldn't have, that it logically on paper didn't make sense for us to feel this, but we still felt it because it can't be explained. And with the Five of Wands here, this chaos that you're feeling, this indecisiveness that you're feeling is not something that should be shunned or pushed away or ignored, or something that you have to fix. Like, it's okay to sit with that uncertainty, and it's okay to feel uncertainty, because sometimes when we're on a path that we don't understand what the end goal is, and we're just doing it because we're exploring the path and ourselves, it can feel scary, and it can, if you're like me, it can feel like it goes against everything, because I'm a pretty logical person. I have been my whole life. I have done things because it makes sense to do this. I can look at a situation objectively and make the most logical, ethical choice. But sometimes, fuck it, you don't want to make that logical choice. You want to make the choice that lights you up, that makes you feel good. So know that this journey, this situation isn't going to be something that you can just like logically understand. It's not ever going to make sense. And even on days where you feel like it's starting to make sense, you're gonna realize like, no, the more sense it makes, the more confusing this is for me. So know that with the Justice card here, like, you can trust that no matter what action you take, you won't fuck this up. Like, this is a situation that even if at times the scales feel like they're not balanced and you're tipping more one way than the other, that you can always come back to yourself and just recalibrate and just speak to spirit, talk to spirit, ask questions, and through that, and you will be able to right yourself and balance yourself and keep your head above water. So whatever this is for you, whatever you are navigating in life right now, know that you're not alone. You haven't been left out in the cold. Your spirit guides haven't forgotten about you. The universe is not turning a blind eye on you. It's not ignoring you. Sometimes we have to feel lost, and we have to feel alone to realize that we're never truly lost and alone because we always have ourselves. And I think, at least for me, sometimes in the moments where I can't hear my spirit guides and I feel the loneliest, it ends up being some of the most empowering times of my life for me, because I show up for myself where others aren't showing up for me, whether that's spirit or family or whatever that is for you. So know that even if it feels like you're in this maze and you've been sending out flares and smoke signals, just like, please, spirit, show me the way out of this, and you feel like they're ignoring you or taunting you or enjoying the fact that you feel fucking lost, it's for a reason. And sometimes the reason is just realizing that you were never truly lost, that this was just part of the journey, and that through it all you had yourself and you had your back and you didn't let yourself down. So I'm gonna keep this short because I'm seeing my best friend and I feel like she's gonna call me any moment and the video is gonna get cut off. But know that I love you and your spirit guides love you, and whatever this journey is for you, it is so uniquely yours. And I encourage you that even in the moments where it feels hard or like you're never gonna find your way out, to just trust that the things that are happening to you aren't happening to you because you're being punished or you deserve them. They're happening to you because the most wonderful things in life sometimes are hard to get, uncomfortable to feel, and almost unattainable. But they are attainable, and they're in you, and you have them, and you got this. And I'm in a maze too. We're all in it together. The world is so upside down right now, but you are not alone. You're always loved and you're always protected. So I hope this found you with love, peace, and you feel just a little bit better coming out of it, because you will be okay. Your angels want you to know that, and your higher self wants you to know that. And I want you to know that. So goodbye. Mwah.